Hey guys, it's Megan. So in today's video, I'm going to be starting my new Wreck This Journal series. For those of you who don't know, I used to make Wreck This Journal videos in about 2017, but I stopped making them. When I was flipping through my old Wreck This Journal, I realized that I have so many new ideas that I might as well just start a new one. I'm trying to make my new Wreck This Journal more about things that I actually like and less about things that are popular at the time. As I was going back and doing Wreck This Journal, I realized that I don't actually like it that much. The thing about Wreck This Journal is that so many people have done it that it's really hard to come up with something unique, and that's why I've really been loving Create This Book lately since not as many people have done it. I'll probably be making these videos about once or twice a month, but I really am trying to focus on my Create This Book for now. You also might notice that a few of the original Wreck This Journal videos are gone, and that is because they had some popular people in it that got into a controversy, and I didn't really want to be associated with that controversy. I've been getting a few questions about that, so that's what happened to them. I'll probably just go back and edit those specific parts out of those videos and put them back up when I have time. So with all that being said, let's just get into the video. The first page that I decided to do says to close the journal and write or scribble something on the edges. I decided to go with the basic rainbow theme because I've never actually done that on one of these prompt books before. I colored in the edges of the book that was drawn on the page rainbow. Then I decided to draw a rainbow optical illusion like I did in my Create This Book and paste it on the front of the book drawing. If you stare at the black dot on the rainbow for 30 seconds and then look up, you'll see a rainbow. For the edges, I decided to use some Crayola twistable crayons and then I just colored along the edges. I like to color the edges first when doing any type of these prompt books because once you start filling out the book expands and the edges are harder to color. Once the edges were colored, I took these Crayola markers in the rainbow colors and then I made some mandala designs on the page. I used a circle stencil to make sure that the circles were pretty even. And I just used the markers to create a rainbow mandala. I made a larger mandala on the left side of the page and two smaller ones on the right side. And here's how the finished page turned out. I actually really like this one. The next page that I decided to do says to fill this page with circles. I went through my stash of magazine clippings, stickers, and patches, and then I just went ahead and made a collage of all the circles on the page. I had this really cool thing that I got off of a clay box, and it's this cat, but when you move it, it morphs into the cat out of a piece of clay. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but it was a circle, so I put that on the page. I had a lot of random circle-shaped magazine clippings, and lots of circular stickers as well. Some of my favorite things on the page are the Mary-Kate and Ashley sticker that I got from an Etsy shop, and this Berenstain or Berenstain bears, I don't know how people want me to say it now, but it's this patch that one of my friends just found laying around in high school and she gave it to me, and I just think that it's really cool. It says 1997, which was the year that I was born, and it's about keeping Pennsylvania litter free, and it's just the most random thing, but I love it. And there's also a random pog and this Mr. Soup sticker from a soup place in Peru. So here's how the finished page turned out. It's definitely really random and it's not super artsy or anything, but I really like it. Comment down below which circle on this page was your favorite. Mine is either the Berenstain Bears patch, the Mary-Kate and Ashley sticker, or this moving cat picture. The next page I decided to work on was the Collect the Letter W Here page. This one is really self-explanatory. I just cut a bunch of W's out of magazines and stuck them onto the page. I didn't fill up the whole 2 pages, but I got pretty far. Since I was cutting things out of magazines, I also did the page for 4-letter words. Since this page comes after the Lose This page where you have to throw it out, I decided to make another page to go on the left by using a piece of computer paper. I just taped that in with some Scotch tape. The rest of the page is really self-explanatory. I just went through a magazine and cut out 4-letter words and glued them onto the page. And here's how the finished page turned out. And I just realized that the words for you are on there and those are not 4-letter words, so I need to go back and fix that. The next page I decided to do says to add your own page numbers. For this page, first I took a piece of computer paper and I put it over the page and traced over the letters. Then I filled in the letters with a Sharpie. After that, I collaged some numbers cut out from magazines onto a separate sheet of paper. I cut out the letters that I traced and I glued them onto the piece of paper with the numbers on it. I outlined each letter with my white Posca paint pen to make them stand out a little bit more. Then I used a glue stick to attach this to the page. And here's how the finished page turned out. It's not really that fancy, but I still like it. The next page I decided to do says to write one word over and over. In my last Wreck This journal, I made it a Drake and Josh theme, and I really liked it, so I wanted to repeat it in this Wreck This journal. Obviously, I did make it a little bit different though. So if you've never seen Drake and Josh, first of all, go watch it because it's amazing. It's on Hulu. And second, they have a little sister named Megan, and she's always like doing bad things to them, and they're always just like, Megan, or like, Megan! So I just found a bunch of screen caps online of them saying that, and I glued them onto the page. Then I decided to write my name in bubble letters in the middle of the page. I outlined it with a black marker, and then I filled it in with some mandala designs. I'm not really sure why I decided to do this, but I think that it actually looks pretty cool. I think I might do something similar for my Create This book on the Create a Fancy Name page. And here's how the finished page turned out. I really like this, and this was one of my favorite pages in my original Wreck This journal. I think it's really cool because obviously not that many people are named Megan. Actually, that's a lie. There were at least like 3 other Megans in my grade, but you guys know what I mean. The last 2 pages that I decided to do says to crack the spine and leave this page blank on purpose. And I obviously did crack the spine, but I did not show it just because I forgot to. For the crack the spine page, I wanted to make it look like a wooden floor with a hole in it where it says crack the spine. Because I was thinking about how like wood gets cracks in it sometimes, like I don't know why that came to me, but it did, so I just drew that in pencil and then I went over it with a micron pen. And this was fine since I covered up the back side of this page with the number page, so it didn't bleed through. Then I colored in each rectangle with some Crayola colored pencils. I used 4 different colors of Crayola colored pencils, and I tried to make it look like some of the wood was darker than the other pieces of wood. I put down a layer of one color first, and then I went over it and made lines with a darker color. I also mixed colors for the base of the wood pieces as well. So I would do like a lighter layer of a darker color and then go over it with a lighter color to make it look like a different color. Hopefully that makes sense. I repeated this for each rectangle to make it look like a wooden floor. I colored in the hole in the floor with a black colored pencil. I tried to make it darker towards the edges and then a little bit lighter towards the middle. I'm not really sure how well that worked out, but I tried. Next, I drew a cat on a separate sheet of paper and I lined it with my micron pen. Then I colored in the eyes with a mixture of green and yellow colored pencils, and I colored in the nose with a pink colored pencil. I cut this drawing out and glued it onto the left side of the page. And since you guys know I can't leave the right side blank, I decided to draw paw prints to make it look like the cat had walked through some paint. I drew on the paw prints using my Posca paint pen. And here's how the finished page turned out. I actually really like this, and I haven't seen anyone do this before. Here are today's shoutouts. If you want a shout out in my next video, leave me a comment telling me which page from this video was your favorite. I think my favorite was the Crack the Spine page. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and as always, make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this one, and make sure to follow me on Instagram. It is @WellerMegs, and if we get this video to 1,000 likes, I'll be doing a flip through of my old Wreck This journal. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!